Hey, fast forward. So today we have a special guest. So her name is Nancy Badillo. So she's from Chicago and she's a digital marketing specialist for women entrepreneur and Etsy seller. So she's been a digital marketing specialist now for 11 years and Etsy seller for the last 4 years. So welcome, Nancy.
Thank you so much, Abby, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you here with us today. So maybe would you like to share more about yourself? Like, do you all the way live in Chicago or you from somewhere then you move there? Yeah.
Yes, I'm from Puerto Rico,
Oh,
and my mom and my dad moved to Chicago when I was about 3 years old. And then I lived in Chicago for majority of my life. When I was younger, like around 10 years old, we moved to Florida for a couple years, and then we came back to Chicago. So primarily, majority of my life, I lived in Chicago, and then hopefully next year we're moving to Georgia because my husband's from Georgia and we have his family down there and we have a toddler. So it's just a lot easier to have family around. So maybe next year in Georgia, but majority of my life in Chicago.
wow. So is it very far away from your husband hometown from Chicago to Georgia?
To Georgia. Yeah, if you go driving, I mean it's not too bad. It's about 11 hours driving. So that's kind of far, like if you drive. If you go on airplane, it's only 2 hours, but because of the pandemic, obviously we're not taking any airplanes anytime soon. So we usually drive down there when we do visit, and 11 hours with a toddler could seem forever
Oh
with a
my
baby.
oh my god, 11 hours because Singapore is so small. So if I want to go from one end to another end, it's like the most give you 2 hours, the max.
Oh,
And
that's nice. I wish. Yeah, that's how Puerto Rico is, where I'm from. One
oh,
side to get from one side of the island to the other is about 3 hours, but obviously in the US is a lot bigger depending where you're going.
my god. Okay, maybe sideline a bit. I would love to visit like US. Like I know US is really very big, but I have friends in California and Arizona, so I would love to go and visit them one day. So
Well, I hope you do.
yes. So I like I know like that's why we have a short talk before this podcast interview. I say that people always have this idea, oh I wish I'm an entrepreneur I wish I want to sell something online, but this is just the idea in their mind, but they didn't put it into action. Maybe what kind of advice would you like to give them for people who want to start their online business?
Well, the nice thing about Etsy is that it's very low cost effective to start. You don't have to spend a lot of money. So unlike other businesses that you have to spend a lot of money to just even get it off the ground, with Etsy you don't. And another advantage of using Etsy versus like your own website is that they have built-in traffic as well. So once you build your store, you have customers searching, right, for your products and services, and you're gonna get traffic right away, especially if you offer something unique and different from the market that people are actually in need of. So starting an Etsy store is very practical, very easy, and very low cost effective. So my advice would be, just do it, just get it started and you either win or learn. And if it doesn't, work out with whatever idea you have, then what you do is you take what you learn and you pivot and you maybe sell something different until you kind of get used to it, especially in the beginning if you really don't know what type of niche you want to go get into. You could always do research on different niches that you like and try all of them if there's a demand for them and then kind of take it from there. But it is a lot easier to start a business with Etsy than other platforms for sure.
Wow, okay. I love what you say, win or either you win or learn. So it's like really good. Like I always heard this phrase. They say entrepreneur don't fail, they learn from what from things that didn't work. So
Uh-huh.
and you talk about researching and trying different things, and you talk about the low cost in becoming a Etsy seller, because
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. Like Shopify, you need to pay the monthly platform installment, but just by using their platform. And also you have other like third party partners, like the middle person, so that they connect all the goods, then they help you deliver. So it is another cost again. So it's,
Exactly.
and you won't know whether it works or not, because you need to try different products, different item before you realize that okay, actually this product is working and selling, doing well, and you can just launch it. You need to like spend time. So for
Mm-hmm.
this
Exactly.
platform, I bought a few things in on this platform before, like the Etsy platform, like maybe card reading, and like some these bracelet, like crystal
Okay.
bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of interesting things that you can't find outside. Like it's really unique.
Exactly.
Like
Mm-hmm.
all the people, all the seller in there are really artistic. They are artists themselves. They design the word themselves and they post it out there. So it's like really, this name is already a brand for artists already. Like people who do art and craft will sell there.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what makes it so special because, on Etsy, everything that you buy from there, you're buying from someone that's a small business owner that actually created the product. Versus when you go to Amazon or you go to eBay, they allowed reselling. So I could buy something from Apple and sell it as my own. But on Etsy, you can't. Everything that you sell there, like you said, whether you buy a bracelet, you buy a t-shirt, maybe you buy a hair scrunchie, everything is handmade by the person. And another nice thing is that majority of the items can be customized with your name or something special. So it's really cool that you could buy items like that. And like you said, if you're crafty and you know how to create things, that's the best platform for you, for sure.
Yes, so true. Like every time I look for something, I sure go there because I know it's unique. Like you can't find it elsewhere. It's just there. So yes, I'm so curious. Like what are you selling? Like maybe I can follow you and check out your store. Um, maybe, oh, you sell like printable stuff like t-shirts, is it?
No, what I sell is I have a couple stores. Um the store that I started with, it was a wedding. Well, it originally was quotes. I used to sell quotes, and then I changed it to wedding niche. So what I sell there is like wedding signs, table numbers, any like banners, snapshot filters for weddings, for party events. And that's kind of how I started with Etsy, is with digital products. So the cool thing about my shop as well that many people do is that I don't necessarily ship anything out to the customer. I just create the item for them. I save the file as a PDF. I send it to the customer, and then they go ahead and print it out for their wedding or party event. But that's what I sell. I also have a smaller store where I just sell like printables, for like resources for entrepreneurs and Etsy sellers. And that one's fairly new. But the main one is the wedding and party stores for sure.
Well, I think many people like, because people like to shop last minute. So I'm not sure like where some people, I also sell like some customized masks for wedding. It's just a random idea and I just like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, no one is selling in Singapore yet, so I like, okay, let's do this. so
Uh-huh.
then like I find that people like to plan things last minute. I'm not sure why. For wedding, especially this is a big event. I'm not sure why they plan things last minute. But what your idea is very good. Like you just design for them and you just send to them and they can like send it for printing or print it at their end and just do it at their end instead of shipping it out, and you save time also
Exactly.
and save cost at your end, and it's cheaper for them to purchase also. Um,
Exactly. And my return on investment is really high because, like you said, I don't have no shipping fees. I don't have to print out a label or pay for tracking. I don't have to worry about it getting lost. And a lot of the products that I have are either instant download, meaning that they just buy and they get it right away, especially if they're trying to buy something in a hurry. And then a lot of the other items are, they're digital products. All I need to do, because I already have the file created, So all I need to do is edit and put like the first name and last name of the person that's getting married, maybe add their wedding date, save it, and then send it over. And I usually get the file within hours. You know, if I'm up, obviously, if I'm not sleeping, but as soon as you order, I get it to you, within hours, which is really nice.
Wow, you must be the best seller in there. I can smell
Oh,
it.
thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so okay, if any of you guys want to buy any wedding, table number, banners, snapshot for weddings, please find Nancy. She'll be the best person you can look for, cause she's so fast. So maybe let's share about like you say like how you lose your job and still meet like 26,000 in 30 days. Oh my god. Maybe you want to share this story. I think like everyone would be like interested to know.
Yeah, of course. So for me, it was I've been on the digital space for 11 years. So I've been doing digital marketing like blogging, affiliate marketing, social media, growing brands online, etc. And I started my career as an Etsy coach 4 years ago because when I first started Etsy, I never sold anything online because I've never been crafty. So I never sold anything online, but I wanted to try it out for my blog as a case study. And I remember back then looking up like information about Etsy and trying to figure out how Etsy worked, but there weren't that many coaches like there are now on Etsy. And I remember saying, well, this will be a good niche for me because my first year on Etsy, I made 21,000 and I switched as an Etsy coach. And then in the last, I would say in the last 3 years after that, I was building my career as an Etsy coach. I created a YouTube channel. Currently, I have like 43,000 members there. I did a Facebook group. I have about 43,000 members there as well. And I started kind of like building myself. But one thing that I didn't start doing was like marketing to people to buy from me. It was just more like providing value, doing free critiques, helping people grow their stores. And to kind of fast forward, I had started working on a course in about November of last year. And in March, my course was completed. And when I got let go of my job, it was almost like I had to change my mindset. I had to say to myself, okay, I don't have a safety net anymore. I don't have a paycheck every 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to like really take my business more serious and start, you know, selling because I was scared to sell to people. Even though I was doing all of this stuff for free, like free videos, free this, free content, everything free. But I had an email list too, but I never sold to them. I was too timid. Two, I'm an introvert. I don't know if you are, but being in camera is not comfortable for me. Doing like a master class, I was not comfortable for me. Doing like a live video saying, hey guys, buy my course was not comfortable for me. So I kind of had to switch my mindset and say, okay, either I do stuff that keeps me busy but makes me no money, even though I was still growing, right? I was still growing, but you could have 40,000 subscribers, but if you don't sell to them anything, you're not making money. So I had to switch my mindset and I said, okay, I'm going to stop being busy and I'm going to start being more productive with the things I do on a daily basis. And that's how I went from zero, you could say, even though I was still making money every month, but not enough to sustain my mortgage and everything else, my toddler, we have a toddler, our daycare bill, everything else that we have to pay. So I had to switch my mindset. And when I did that, and I treated my business like a real business versus just giving free information and being too scared to sell anything, that's how I went from zero to 26,000 to just kind of give you an idea. And a lot of times we self sabotage our own selves, even though we know what we're supposed to do.
So true. It's the overthinking part. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what if I sell then nobody buy? What if? Then we get stuck on the what if, then we didn't do anything. Oh my god. So can I ask like when you start shifting your mindset and when you get your first sales,
Mm-hmm.
how did you make you feel?
You know what? I was still self-sabotaging myself because I made 26,000 in 30 days. And then my original job that let me go, called me back and they were like, "Oh, they got approved for like a small loan." So they were rehiring and I was one of the people that they wanted to get back. And I remember having like a little bit of panic. I told my husband, should I go back to work? I don't know if this is going to happen again, if I'm going to make money again. So I was self sabotaging myself again, even though I just made 26,000 and I should have been excited about that. I was worried that I'm not going to do this again. This was just luck. That's what I was thinking. And I really had to like, because I had to tell my job within 24 hours, like if yes or no, because they had to call other people. I literally had to like tell myself, if this was my son telling me, "Mom, I just made 26,000, should I go back to my job or continue this 26,000 career?" I would have been like, "No, you don't go back to your job. You continue what you're doing." And I literally had to tell myself, what would I tell my son? And from there I had to like continue to work on shifting my mindset of I could do this and it could be every single month if I wanted to. And that's what I had to do. But the first 2 months was challenging because like I said, you do self-sabotage yourself. You feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like no one's going to continue to buy, or etc. You start filling your head with negative shots for sure.
Oh my god, 26,000 and you still have these thoughts.
Uh-huh.
I think it's not only you, right? There's many people because we are not used to we are so used to working a job. And once we don't have a job, then we feel like, like a bit weird. There's this weird feeling, I think. Because we
Mhm.
so used to something and we have this new journey of it of us. So we like our mind is playing trick on us. Like don't our mind always plays trick on us. Like you who do you think you are? Do you think you are
Mhm.
able to,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
so we always constantly yeah, it's very true. I also sometimes I self sabotage myself, like so many business coach out there. Who do you think you are? Like the one for people to
Yeah.
go up to find you to teach them. So but
Mhm.
I still, how to say, like I'm still unsure on the path ahead of me, but I'm still taking like unsure aligned action towards what I want to do.
Yeah, one thing that helped me a lot, I heard someone else said this, I didn't make this up. I wish I would have. But she said, "You're not trying to sell your products to people that know more than you. You're trying to sell your products to people that know less than you." And I thought that was really powerful when I heard it, because that made me feel more like, yeah, that is true. I'm trying to sell my products to people that know less than me, that when they have my product and they buy from me and they learn all of these amazing things from Etsy, they themselves feel like, wow, I learned a lot from Nancy. So I think if you take that route, you're not trying to sell your products to everyone, right? Or people that might know a little bit more than you on whatever you sell. You're basically trying to find the customers that know less than you, that you could teach them and give them value. And that has helped me. And I know how you feel about like comparing yourself with others. I do it all the time as well. And I don't like to lie about that, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, don't do it." And they like put that front like they've never done it before. It is really easy nowadays. And what I had to learn to do lately is take breaks from social media, and not, it's okay to look at your competitors to get inspired, but not get so caught up that you're checking everything that they're doing all the time to kind of compete with them. Just compete with yourself. And if they come across your channel, whatever you saw them, just let it be. But don't get over, because then you'll start comparing yourself and your business and what you could do better and what they're doing better. And then you self sabotage yourself all over again. So I've learned that taking breaks from looking at other people's account that are my competitors really help, and just looking at it in this perspective of how can I provide value, and just like stay in my lane.
Oh yes. So you change, you shift your focus on how you can provide values to the people who needs you, instead of keep
Yeah.
on like seeing what your competitors are doing, then like feeling like how to say like, oh, how I wish I can be like them, that kind of thing. Instead of just say,
Mhm.
okay, what can I do today to help my, people who want to learn from me. That
Exactly.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Wow, that's really awesome. You shift your focus and you focus on the things that matters, like
Hmm.
outside of yourself, not only you yourself, but for other people, like
Hmm.
really providing values for people. This Oh my god, I think everyone need to listen to this podcast. Okay, so actually I have a question, but I forget about it. But okay, I will come back. I think I will remember it again. So maybe let's move on to the next questions. Like, you say, oh yeah, I remember. You say whether you ask whether I'm an introvert. So I remember when I first do my first live video online on social media. There's this negative comment that, negative comment is very common. So they will say, oh, your gap on your teeth can hold like Airbnb rental. The gap in between your teeth can hold Airbnb rental. So I can either let that negative comment stop me from stop doing any live video, or I can shift my focus to people who want to listen to what I'm giving.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
So it's so true that don't let other people negative comments stop you from, doing the things that is not for yourself, but is like benefiting other people that you can help.
Exactly. And it's so easy to get caught up with that because you could have 100 people that like your post or your live video, and you have that one person that says something negative, and that ruins your day. It happens to me all the time. I especially the more you grow, the more you get it. To be honest, like the more people follow you, more you attract it for some reason. And I'm understanding now is like kind of like normal in a way for people to do that, but it still bothers me to this day. And what I had to learn to do now is that if somebody comes in my space and they say, "Oh, well, you have an accent," because I get that a lot because I'm Latina. You have an accent, or I can't stand the way that you talk. That's the ones that I get the most. Or you don't know how to pronounce certain words. Well, I'm sorry, I do have an accent. English is my second language, so I am gonna have some difficulties with certain things. And then no one knows about my background either and why I have difficulties with certain things as well. So what I've started doing now, I just block people. If you're negative and you're not providing great feedback for me to improve, but you're just criticizing me and trying to put me down, there's no need for you to be in my circle. I mean, that's why there's a block button, right? That's why there's one. And another thing that I learned from a different coach, I'm not there yet, and I hopefully by next year I could have this, is that what I'm learning is that many coaches, what they do is that they have a team, and the team member deletes all of those messages before you, Abby, or me actually see them, and they protect your mental health. One of my one of the ladies that I was talking to last week, she was telling me that she's like, I never see negative stuff. I'm like, how? You're so big. She goes, oh, my team gets rid of it before I even see it, so they protect my mental health. And I was like, I need somebody to do that for me. It's just amazing to have someone to go through all your accounts before you do it. And, I'm sure she'll see one or two here, but not as many. And it does help when you have someone that does it for you and they protect, because protecting your vibe or your energy is so important. Because, like you said, or like I said, you get that one, and it's like you can have 1,000 that like you, and you get that one person, and it does kind of like, tend to bother you a little bit. But it is normal, I guess, for people to do that. Um, and you're just gonna, like you said, like you did, you're just gonna have to just continue. And if it gets to you to the point that you can't take it anymore, just block that person. That's like the best advice I could give you.
I think I heard before, like those bigger names, they say if you have negative comments means you are doing the right thing.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure
exactly.
how
You get
true
it.
is that, but they say like you can't like have everyone to like you, like
Hmm.
yeah, it's just like you just have to focus on the bigger picture. So
Hmm.
another thing, I'm so amazed that you are able to grow 43,000 on your Facebook group and also 43,000 on your email list. Like, is it because of all the free stuff that you help people, and because you need to send them via email, so you collect those email address?
It's a little bit of everything. It's more because I'm consistent with what I put out. That's why I've been able to grow. Like my YouTube channel is 43,000. I'm still very small compared to other channels that grow faster. But my niche is very small as well. But for me, it's because I provide a lot of value. When I first started my YouTube channel, because I knew no one knew me as an Etsy coach, I provided tons of free videos. Like every video was like, let me do a critique of your store and help you. So I, instead of like trying to sell something, or instead of trying to do a video about my life, it was more about let me help you. And then I would do those videos. Everything was like tutorial. Everything was like, let me show you how I make digital products. Let me show you how I make money doing this. And then I would show people how to do it for free. And when you provide a lot of value, that does have its benefits. People will start following you. They'll start like, especially they'll start liking you as well, and then eventually you build that trust with them that they'll buy from you. But that's how I got kind of like growing. In addition to that, like my Facebook group, like I mentioned, is about 43,000 members right now, and it's the same thing. Once you start growing one channel, you could cross promote. So
Mhm.
like on on my YouTube channel, I have links that go to my Facebook group, links that go to my Instagram, vice versa, right? On Facebook, I promote my YouTube channel. So when you start building your online presence, you need to be in different multiple platforms. You can't just rely on one. Like you can't, I mean, you could grow on one, but if you want more growth at a faster rate, then you need to cross promote. You need to promote from Instagram, send people to your YouTube channel, from Facebook. Not everyone uses Instagram, not everyone uses Facebook, not everyone uses YouTube. So therefore, being on all the different platforms, you attract the people that you want to attract by providing content and value first before you sell. And that's kind of how I've been able to grow after I switched my niche 4 years ago to Etsy.
Wow. Okay. Consistency. Yes, very
Yes,
important.
it's very important, even
Yeah.
if it's just 3 times a week. But consistency is very important. I've been uploading weekly videos, not one or two, like maybe at least 3 to 4 videos for 2.5 years on YouTube consistent. Even while I gave birth, I had already my videos preset. Even during like the
Wow.
first 3 months of having a baby and everything, I still kept recording videos consistently. So it's all about consistency and patience too.
Okay. I think many people forget about consistency. Like
Hmm.
don't know how successful people do in the back to become where they are. They just think that oh that person is lucky. So
Uh-huh.
they said do their YouTube channel early. That's why they are already like reaching 43,000. But some people can be doing they have their YouTube channel already, but they not consistent enough. That's why their YouTube channel is not growing. It's still stagnant
Exactly.
because of they didn't put in any work in it. So
Exactly. Hmm.
yes. So I love the keyword. The keyword is consistency. Okay. So uh okay, you also say that I can ask you like how you grow your email list with printables. The printables.
Oh yeah.
Oh
So
that you answer already, is it?
no, it's okay.
Oh
Yeah, you could grow your email list with printables. Well, with free printables or lead magnets. And what I normally do with my email list is that I use a lot of Pinterest. Pinterest is really great. So what you want to do is make sure that you have your ideal customer in mind. Whatever you're offering is for the customers that you want to attract. So you want to create some type of lead magnet, something that you provide value, that you teach something to that customer that you know that's their biggest struggle for that market that you're trying to attract. And what I normally use is lead magnets. I put them in my YouTube channel. I put them on my blog. I promote them on Instagram. And I also promote majority of it on my Pinterest account. So you promote it, people click on it, they join your email list, and then from there you nurture your email list by providing more value before you even sell to them. You're warming them up. You're teaching them something new that they've never learned about whatever you teach, and then eventually you could sell to them. But they're really amazing, and it's a great way to build your email list when you're first starting out and you don't know what to do. Provide something of value that you know how to do really well, and people will start signing up, especially if you're attracting the right people.
Oh my god, wow. Okay, so you also being consistent on sending email to your email list?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
Oh
have
my
to
god.
be.
So how many things are you doing? Like, okay, videos, email, and wow. I mean, like, you have how you find your energy? Like, where do you find
It
all your
is
energy?
it is a lot, yeah, because I have a course, I have several stores, I have YouTube, a blog, I have my Facebook group members
Yeah.
that purchase the course that have to manage. And then I have a Facebook group for 43,000 members and etc. But it's all about prioritizing your time. And again, it's about being consistent. I have a schedule that I keep. I have like this little chart, and I
Daily
write down,
task list. Oh my god.
yeah, I write down like the things that I need to do every day that I can't skip. So those are checking my groups, because I have paid members in there, and if they have a question about the course or something I could help them, I have to check that daily. So that's a to-do list of things that I have to do every day. Everything else that I do is just extra. I try not to have this humongous list like I used to. I used to say I need to do 50 things today, and if I did 48, I felt like I didn't do anything. I stopped doing that because that's almost like, so like it's almost impossible to do everything in 24 hours. So what I try to do is, what are the things that I need to do on a consistent basis that are, one, going to help me grow, and two, that I need to do to continue my business, basically. And then any new projects or anything else, I'll put time for that. But the first few things, checking my email every day, checking, comments, responding to everyone's comments because I'm growing and I have a lot of that, making sure that I'm managing my groups every day because, of spam or just my paid members, making sure that I'm updating content on my course. Those are things I need to do on a regular basis. Adding videos on my YouTube channel and having a schedule for that. Everything else is basically extra, if I get to it. And then also, a really good thing that you could start doing is batching content. So creating, I sometimes I'll do like 6 or 7 videos in one day, and then I have those to spread out through the week. And that way I don't feel so overwhelmed trying to do everything in one day. So I do take one day a week where I do multiple things for whatever area. Like it might be YouTube, or it might be my Instagram posts where I bash my workout for a whole entire week. And Pinterest the same. I bash out my work for a whole month, and it only takes me like 30 minutes to do. And that way I could set it up on autopilot using a software called Tailwind, and I don't have to do anything else to it. So a lot of it is bashing out work or using automated tools to help you.
Well, okay, because I can tell you like someday I feel like doing videos, someday I don't feel like doing any video. So
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
that idea is very good. Like the day that you feel like doing videos and you feel so motivated and inspired, then you just do like maybe like 5 videos like on different
Mm-hmm.
topics. Then you can use these videos later on for like maybe you plan to do videos every day, then you just do it on one day. I think it take about
It-
1 hour, the most one
yeah.
hour to
Mm-hmm.
record
Yeah.
5 videos. Then you just okay, automate it like okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's videos out on your group. I think
And you could schedule it out too on your YouTube. So you could say, I want this video to be published at, I don't know, 8
what
a.m.
time?
on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Oh,
And that helps you, when you do it that way, it does help you create more time. But what I have learned is that there's two types of people. There's the people that love to create content as they go. They don't like creating a schedule. I'm like that a little bit. And then there's the people that are very, very, very structured. Like, I'm gonna create my content for 6 months ahead of time. I know what video goes after what video. I don't work that way, unfortunately. I wish I did, but my brain doesn't work that way. My husband's always telling me, why don't you just create a content plan? And I'm like, because I'm one of those people that I like to think about at the moment and then create. It takes the fun out of it if I'm like planning so months, and that's the reason why I do a week versus like some people do like a month,
Yeah.
because Pinterest is easy to do a month. That's okay, I'll do that. But when it comes to like YouTube videos, I'm not as great to do that unless I'm doing like a series. Like if I know I'm gonna teach 10 ways to grow online and I could do video one, video two, that's easier.
Hmm.
But if you're not doing like a series, then for me, it's a lot harder for me to come up with content for a whole entire month, because I like to do stuff on the go. And I learned that it is okay to do it on the go, because that's how I've been doing it, to be honest, for 2 years. And it's worked out for me. It's just lately, because I'm so busy now with my students and everything else that I do, is when I actually started a schedule, and I actually don't mind it. But I still, out of nowhere, will do something sometimes too, though, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 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 definitely makes sense. I'm the type that I don't plan like too far ahead. Oh my god, I cannot. So I always same as you, plan on the go, but
Hmm.
I'm the worst kind. I'm the last minute kind. Like if I were to have a class later to teach, I will do it like 1 hour before to go through all my notes and okay teach. Or if I have a speaking gig that I was asked to speak on, I will do it like 2 hours before the the actual event start.
I've learned that a lot of people are like that. I'm kind of like that myself too. And I think it's just everybody thinks differently. A lot of people feel like the right way to do it is that you have to have this big structure. I feel like just get it done regardless, whether you have a structure or not. Just be consistent and get it done. And the more you do, the more you grow. And then the more you'll start kind of crafting your own way that works for you. I don't think there's one simple way to do it. Do I think that having a schedule and structure can help you develop better habits? Of course. But everyone is different though.
Oh yes, correct. Everyone is different. Just do whatever it works for you, but
Mm-hmm.
still do the work that you need to do to see the result.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's the most important thing. So, okay, so I think that's why you share a bit like staying positive in the midst of a storm. So maybe you want to share more like how you, I think you share a few tips like, okay, break away from social media, break away from stop seeing what your competitor is doing. And maybe you have more on your mind to share with us.
Yeah, I think with that, with what you just mentioned with the midst of storm, my husband last year had or he's still dealing with it, had a brain tumor, and it started with like a lot of headaches, and we just thought we just had a new baby, we're not getting sleep, you're just tired. And my husband's real like very healthy, so I'm the unhealthy one, but he's healthy. So I just thought, well, you're not sleeping, of course your body's like not used to this, like he takes naps and he's really healthy, so I'm like, it's just probably your body. And then he went and got checked out because it just kept getting worse with the headaches. And it was something that we're dealing with. He got on April of last year, he got operated. They took out majority of the tumor. And then from April to May of this year, he did chemotherapy and radiation. So dealing with that and having a toddler and having other responsibilities on yourself, and still try to like could be consistent in your business and show up even though you're going through so much. So, what I always tell people, if you love what you do or you're passionate about what you do, you will still work even when things are really, really hard. Because for me, it's an outlet, to do something and to feel like I'm working towards something versus not doing anything and just stopping everything because of everything that's going on. Um, it was it challenging? Of course, it's very challenging to have your husband go through all that, and he's sick all the time, and you have to. And at that time when I did all that, I was still doing my full-time job. I was doing my side hustle, which sometimes it was a full-time job too, because we sacrifice a lot of hours. We stay up late even when you're not making money. And then I have my toddler and everything. So I think that, you know working through that and finding something you really love is what made me continue working through everything, even though I was going through everything. That could have easily made me say, okay, I don't got time for this side hustle because of everything that I'm going through. Um, but it also makes you stronger, and it makes you realize that you really do love what you do. Because if not, you probably would have quit, you know? So that's what I've been dealing with the last year. But I don't use it as a crutch or as a way to say, oh, that's why I wasn't successful. To be honest, the reason why I wasn't successful as much as I should have, was because I was too intimidated to sell, too intimidated to use my email list, too intimidated to do a podcast or get myself out there. The first 2 years of my YouTube career, all I recorded was the screen. I never showed my face. I never put my picture in the thumbnail because I ain't pretty enough or skinny enough or I don't look a certain way. We all have all these misconceptions about ourselves, um, but what I did do, it was the consistency to build myself up and build my confidence. And now I feel more comfortable doing these things. But what I learned is that I wasn't successful not because of what I was going through, but more because of the things I wasn't willing to do because I was too timid or scared. So it wasn't necessarily my husband's health that held me back. Really didn't. It was more myself that held me back, if that makes sense.
Yes, I hope he have full recoveries, like sending lots of blessing to
Thank
him and
you.
you also. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
I think like, oh my god, like this is something that we encounter that make us realize that this is something that we really love doing. Like we love to help more people and impact their life.
Mhm.
So many a time like people are looking for ways to like earn money online is because they really want to live their dream life, like have a life that to do something they really enjoy instead of just working a job and not enjoying it at all, because just
Exactly.
working a job just for the that money to support the family, then they can't even like they I'm not sure, like they just feel that they limit themselves from what they
Mhm.
can do. They limit their potential in them, that they can actually do more than what they can imagine. They never think big enough or think bold enough.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
I think what you're doing is like really, really great. Like many people should know you because you are such a, oh my god, so nice person, like trying to
Thank
help
you.
and share your knowledge, give values, and telling people that you actually can start something with just an idea and earn money online is real. It's not like bluff. Like,
Yep.
yes, it's so true. So, oh my god, what an amazing story. Okay, so
Thank you.
so is there any like set I think the setback is maybe when you talk about your husband, right? Like the setback, but you still stay strong and overcome it. So is there other setback that caught you off guard, that okay, I don't want to do it anymore, I want to give up? Is there any a time that you want to give up, like because of certain things
Um,
that happen?
no, because yeah, you have your doubts, like would I ever be successful? I never like gave up because I've been doing this for 11 years trying to hustle and trying to make something out of nothing. And I'm self-taught. And for the first few years, I taught everything to myself. It wasn't like now that you could literally buy a course for anything. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. Back in 2009, you couldn't buy a course for everything. And if you did, it was a lot more expensive than now. Now there's more pricing that is suitable for all budgets. But um I think for me, it has never been like I'm gonna quit. I've never taken a break in 11 years. I've never said, "Oh, I'm pregnant now, so I'm gonna take a break," or "My husband has this, I'm gonna take a break," or "I've been doing this for 5 years. Let me take a year." I never taken a break. Um, but for me, was like, when will it happen? When will it happen? But now that I look back and I'm doing things differently, what I realize is that it didn't happen for me sooner because one, I was all over the place. I wanted to talk about blogging. I wanted to talk about affiliate marketing. I wanted to talk about SEO. I wanted to talk about Instagram. I didn't have a niche. I was all over the place. I couldn't find my group of people that I could target to over and over and over because I was all over the place. Two, I was always hiding behind my blog. I would write an article, do stuff like that, but not do enough to kind of get my online presence to grow. And three, you start self sabotaging yourself because a lot of times you know what you're supposed to do to take your career to the next level, and you could tell that to your best friend. If your best friend came and told you, I want to start a business, what should I do? You tell them, oh, you should start, you need an email list, you need to have a blog, you need to do like, you need to be um videos of you talking. You tell them what to do, but you don't do it yourself. So that's what um that's what kind of like held me from being successful faster and sooner. But I never had the mentality of quitting, but I did self-sabotage myself a lot. Yeah.
You know, when you say all that, I'm like laughing at myself. Like, oh, when your friend asks you how to launch your online business, you can say step 1 to step 10, but you
Exactly.
yourself never do those.
You don't, and you know you're supposed to. Like you keep like, oh, I'm gonna stay busy by liking people's pictures on Instagram. Well, that ain't gonna help you build your business a lot sooner. So you do self-sabotage yourself. And a lot of times you know what to do. You've read it a million times. You everyone else is saying it, niche down, but you want to talk about makeup and blogging and shoes all at the same page, you know?
Yeah, because it's not shining object syndrome. It's very,
Uh-huh. That's what
yes,
it is. Yep. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like because you see one video, oh, this video have 1 million views, why not I try this? Then you saw another video, like, oh, this video have even more views, maybe I try this. But it's not.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's true that narrowing down your niche is very important. Like, who are you targeting? Who are your targeted audience? And
Mm-hmm.
what is the things that you want to really niche down and just help them?
Mm-hmm.
Which group of people that you are more passionate to help? So
Exactly. When you
it's like,
niche down, it really transform your business for sure.
but I
But
can
when you're all
understand.
over the place, it doesn't help at all.
Yeah, but I can understand why when we all started out, we will try certain things. It's because
Mm-hmm.
don't really know what we're really passionate about. We don't really know what we love doing. It's good when you are just still starting out. Yes, it's correct to narrow down your niche. But if you do not know what you love, you won't know what you love until you just start trying first. So
Exactly.
I think what you do is right. It's what everyone is doing. Like at first, I also try drop shipping. I also try affiliate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I also try blogging. I search on YouTube like how to start, like which one can earn money, how to earn money online. Then they say dropshipping, they say affiliate marketing, they say so
Mm-hmm.
many things. So we just there to try. Oh, okay, dropshipping. Okay, try a bit. So I after trying different things, like I also like launch. I also have my own salted egg chips brand, potato chips brand in Singapore, and I have my own like candy floss and popcorn brand in Singapore. I try different things. I sell like different things online also until now, like after 5 years, then I realized, oh, I really love to teach. I want to be a coach myself,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's awesome.
so I start learning more in depth, like finding mentor coaches like to teach me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm now like learning and teaching it. So because you learn best when you teach, you learn faster
Exactly.
when you teach. So
Yeah.
uh, so I really enjoy myself learning at the same time, and I'm also teaching. So I really like slowly start to narrow down. So I mean, I just want to share with other people who is just starting out their entrepreneurial journey that if you try everything now, it's okay because you are looking for the one thing that you are good at, the one thing that you love doing and passionate about. Yes.
And like you said, you either win or learn. So if you try one thing and it happens to be the first thing you try and you're doing really well, then you stick with that. But if you don't, then you pivot, you take what you learned from there and you try something else. But one thing that I will say that I did wrong was that I didn't give every opportunity a chance, so to say, because I was doing too much at once. Like if I wanted to do affiliate marketing in the beginning, I probably should have stuck with that 6 to 12 months. before I did anything else, and really gave it all to see, can I really be successful with that? Is that something I'm going to enjoy? But I honestly jumped so much and so quick, like you said. Oh, I see that. Let me try that. Oh, I see. And I think that it's good and bad. It's good because you only learn through experiences. I could tell you to the moon, I could tell you to I'm blue, making digital products is easy, but until you start doing it yourself and creating them, then you realize like, oh wow, she was saying the truth. Like it's not as hard as I made it out to be. Um, but also making sure that you try different things, but you give it enough time. Don't jump to the next new thing a week later. You know what I mean? So give it enough time at least, and then keep doing that and keep doing that until you find your thing.
Yes, so true. Like, okay, don't try one week and try another thing and the next week. Yeah, it's a great advice. Like, it's good to try everything, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's so true. Lucky you add on to it. Lucky you did add on to what I say just now. It's like give it enough time to prove it that it works and not jumping from things to things, like
Yeah.
stay focused. Yes. Yeah, thank you for your time here.
Oh, thank
And also, like you say, you have a freebie that you will give to people who listen to this podcast channel. So
you.
it's a art printable masterclass that you have done. So you'll be shared. I will be pasting the link in the podcast
Okay.
episode, yeah, in the description. Then I will share all your social media links so that people can get to connect with you,
Okay.
find you, check you out, and learn more about your videos, course, program that you have on social media. I mean online. Then
Thank you. Thank you so much.
yes, it was fun talking to you, and I enjoy myself a lot. So, okay. So, any last word that you want to share, or anything to add on, like from what I say, like your social media links, like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, I will add all in the description, and the freebie also, the freebie link, I will add on it all into it. So, any last word for, uh, I'm not sure if you have any last word to add on to this episode.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you, Avi, for having me. I really appreciate it. And I wish you the best success in your coaching career as well. And if anyone is listening and they're interested in learning more about Xe, or they have questions, just feel free to reach out to me on any of the platforms that Abby is going to share. I'm really active in all of them, so eventually I'll come across your message and I'll respond back.
Wow. Thank you for your time. So, yes, we'll chat soon again. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.